give their inputs and their perspectives on the Stand Up India scheme. Before we proceed further, I request each and every one of you to introduce yourself to the chief guest, and then I'll make a presentation of what has happened in Hyderabad and overall in Telangana about Stand Up India scheme and what initiatives all the stakeholders have taken, and then we will leave the gathering to both of you so we can interact. I now request from this side to introduce
myself. Rahul.
Good afternoon, my name is Ramesh, DGM Nabad.
Good evening, sirs. My name is Ramchandra. I am a Managing Director of People.
My name is Jyotmit, and our association with SIDBI has been on behalf of Confederation of Women Entrepreneurs. I am a treasurer for COVI.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Rama Devi. I am Vice President in COVI India and also an entrepreneur. We manufacture environmental test chambers, mostly used for defense applications. We have an industry in Bhavan. We are associated with SIDBI. With their support, we have been conducting skill development programs.
So I am Nageshwara, LU Hyderabad.
At the same time, I own a printing press. I am an entrepreneur.
Good evening, I am Sampath Kumar, General Manager, SIDBI, and the Regional Head for both Telangana and Andhra Pradesh states. Madam, please.
LUP is a women organization where we are recognized for the exclusive women industrial estates. We also have a teaching institute called Center for Entrepreneurial Development. We are taking up this stand-up and startup in a big way. I shall explain when my turn comes.
Credit Guarantee Association. We try to help our entrepreneurs, clearing bank loans, or to prepare projects, how to utilize the credit, or to imbibe good payment habits and other accounting procedures.
I am Senior Vice President for the Decree, Telangana.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Subbarao. We are from NABARD.
Good evening, everyone. I am Venura. I am working for Bank of India and Telangana Zone Credit Department.
Good evening. Krishna Kumar is my name. On behalf of my wife, Uma, she was not able to come as today. And we have two firms. One is the food processing industries, the name of the Fishery Agro Foods.
Good evening, everyone. I am Sanjay Das, Senior Consultant at Apple Limited. We are handholding agency for Stand Up.
Good evening, I am Arun here. The game should be here.
We have done as stakeholders in this state actually. This is building into the scheme. For the very first time, online has been created. So that's the best part. Already it has crossed 1 million hits actually. There have been more than 10 lakh people have already seen this portal. Actually, have visited this portal actually. And around 800 and around 26,300 registrations have happened so far. This is on an all India level bank basis. And 94 banks with 1,500 branches active on the portal actually. 1,05,000 mini applications have been converted into ready applications. They are now ready for.
Do you have any breakup of these 820 applications?
Yes, we do have. These are all India level. And 1,930 online requests for handholding support has been responded and clarified. Okay, this is the overall position of the portal as such. Next slide, please. Then they are becoming credit ready potential entrepreneurs. They are now from trainee borrower to ready borrower. They have been made actually through this mechanism. Then the credit dispensation through banks happen. And then with the collateral free credit actually, NCGTC, that organization has been formed by government. And our Honorable Prime Minister has launched this scheme on April 5, 2016. And there are several stakeholders, and SIDBI and NABARD are the key beneficiaries of the borrower. At the same time, bank is giving some financial assistance and inclusiveness. And second thing is online audit worthiness and the risk element involved in the project. And the repayment period is 7 years with the maximum there. And what is the difference between a person going to a bank and taking a loan or going through this portal and taking a loan? This is available near him. All the things, including the telephone number, email, every of the branches. So at one particular place, he has an access to our information. Then online submission of application for loans and access to handholding support, which will be monitored at district level by lead district manager and DDA. Instead of going to a bank, the application is already built in the portal. So once you have registered, then once you are clearing that you're ready for a ready borrower. As I said, the marketplace is there. The banks can access the lendable project. It's a win-win transparency from submission to resolution or cancellation. And when they are rejecting it, they have to give the reason for rejection also. So that is also a must here. Key that anything this is sensitized them, and they requested that to let us sensitize at a slightly higher level so that implement APITCO, that is Andhra Pradesh Technical Consultancy Organization. So they are a handle processing and then we are administrative. And it's almost around 64% of the applicants who came. We have boarded them, but we are aiming for all the 32 because there are some they are not responding. The borrowers are not responding. Otherwise, all 100% we would have. This has been well appreciated, sir. Actually, 50% of the applicants we have to board them. They have to submit the application, but we have crossed it. 64% we have done. 20 out of 30.
So the idea behind organizing
finance support, we have taken that. And there was one financial clinic for MSMEs was organized by ASSOCHAM actually. It is an Associated Chamber of Commerce and Industry of India. Around 120 MSME budding entrepreneurs were there. So they were called actually, and there also we made a presentation on the standard India scheme. Few entrepreneurs have got the idea about this, and then they took them to the banks, and it's in the different stages of and there was a big meeting on microfinance. So we have and a lot of budding entrepreneurs were there, CST and women entrepreneurs. We requested them also to do that. And sir, there was a program, everything they were very appreciative. Some of them have asked a lot of details about the scheme. And then I think, sir, I think you can explain actually after some time actually what is when your turn comes. You wanted to say something?
No, regularly inquiries are coming on a daily basis.
Daily basis, daily make a presentation because the bankers who are coming there, they're coming for a variety of topics actually for learning. But this is a must actually. So Andhra Bank is other we deliberate on this.
There is a request.
We also periodically peruse the pending loan and handholding applications and see to it that the resolution comes at the earliest. Attend to the walk-in applicants and any calls that's received also we try to address it at the earliest. And we give periodical feedback to head office at Mumbai. That is Stand Up India vertical is there. A separate vertical is formed and a general manager is leading this cell. A lot of coordinating activities they are doing. I think the bankers and others also should organize the handholding agencies. So one-to-one you should resolve the issues. Then only the purpose will be served. So, thank you very much. Definitely, you have done tremendous work.
I would like you to enlighten us about some of the bottlenecks you have faced so far and the way to tackle.
So we also took it as a challenge sort of thing, but I work out on that. One thing I must admit is that like Sir Right was mentioning is that it requires great amount of awareness creation fundamentally. And this sort of programs have been doing this. Even when we conducted these 2 clinics and one more, we are now conducting one this next week in Vijayawada, about 3 districts over there. We find that several entrepreneurs require great amount of counseling and a great amount of knowledge building, capacity building. So this is where probably the bottleneck, like Sir Right said, what is the bottleneck? The question. And some of the people are, they probably say we are now not ready or we are postponed and all that. But still, we ask them to come so that at least this process keeps on going. So I think the biggest bottleneck perhaps where probably even Sir was saying that available, where interest rate is, what we call is polarity. It is only 20 paisa is the interest rate. So there is a good amount of sort of inputs or impetus to the entrepreneurs. So I think, sir, we have to continue this process. Maybe the process will be there and it will take a little time, but I'm finding that there is an increased awareness.
We conducted last month Nizamabad and Asirabad and Karimnagar also. Next week we are going to conduct in Nalgonda meeting. We are sending the program to root level also. And recently we did one good project from SBI, almost 25 crores in single slot we sanctioned under stand up in SP. That is we get one work from Hyderabad metro orders for that SBI sanctioned for that.
Estate in Vijayawada, and we are also granted 5 more estates by Honorable CM of Andhra Pradesh in 5 different districts of 50 acres each. And in addition to that, along with MEPRA and the SPAT scheme, we are going to start in a big way. This is how we are doing. We have around 8 to 10,000 members now.
The government may kindly examine. I don't know how it is feasible, considering the backwardness of STs. Instead of making SCs or STs, we can have STs, SCs and women. So per branch.
He is very much focused on women empowerment. You might have seen the 26th January parade. Most of the contingents were leaded by women officers, headed by women officers. You might have noticed that.
Training and mentoring them and making sure they set up their industry successfully. We are an all over India body with 8 chapters across the country. Hyderabad is of course the head office. And with SIDBI, our journey goes a long ways. We have been getting a lot of support from them in terms of our entrepreneurs, either in the form of their loans or various and awareness programs that we do. So there also we have got a lot of sponsorship from them. And quite recently we have done training programs for the ST women in it's about like 100 kilometers from Hyderabad. It's a rural area. So there for the tribal women we have done the program, which was totally sponsored by SIDBI.
2 programs.
2 programs we have done.
3 programs.
It's a kind of awareness program or training program? Or
it's a training program. It's
program.
not an awareness. It's a purely training program we have done. 2 months, and to make sure like they set up. And we have plans in the future also, sir, that we will set up a business facilitation center where because the ST women all by themselves individually taking loans is something not going to be feasible. Rather, COVE is wanting to be a catalyst there, and we could set up a business center where we would be creating an opportunity for a group of women to come together and set up a thing. Especially either in the Maggam work, what we have already done the thing, or even in beauty, vegetable processing, or even in setting up, there's nowadays lot of demand for these herbal products. So we were thinking like somebody wants to take up a dealership, probably a group of women, we can source such kind of things, or even we are coming out with the model dairy ATM.
Also, number request is brochure should be in Telugu also.
You have made it. It has already been done.
With our urban entrepreneurs. The rural also, unless we form a cluster, I don't think individually people go for such kind of loans. But as a cluster, we are willing to do whatever from our side we can do, and make sure like group of women come together and start on their own some enterprise.
Have you ever?
We have
make culture. They make a lot of pond as polluted ponds. So that is where I started exhibiting my knowledge to the extent of 2,000 acres. I'm doing that now. Similarly, I want to cleanse all the tank of temple tanks or lakes and everywhere. The methodology is simple. I don't want to give a presentation now. The first time in the country, rather I can say in the world, I am integrating a, that's a subject called thermal stratification of the lake. Whatever we give, plus it oxygenates the bottom of the lake. The oxygen is required in the bottom. Like Baba Ramdev said, you do kabal bhatti, your stomach will cleanse. That is what we are trying to do it in the lake. So this project I have shared with the officials of SBH, definitely. So, and Punjab National Bank, seeing this, they volunteered on funding it. Though my requirements are very high, to the extent of 1.5-2 crores, they have given me only 10 lakhs to make 3 prototype kits for that, which I will be enlisting into CIA. I will be applying for a patent, then I will get into the commercialization of that.
In fact, we are following it through aliens, because the borrower comes to aliens. So as connect centers, our DDMs are following up with LDMs too for with the training purposes and all that. So they are following up. So we are not directly getting involved because LDM is the main source there, and we only see whether any pending cases are there and all that, and we what we call wherever that gaps are there, we try to push them. And
we made awareness that we got some computer